my ADG that we are going to integrate. I think students will understand the benefit of this. We are going to integrate all the experiential learning units of the university. Presently, we have around 480 experiential learning units in these 74 universities, which are supported by ICR, totally supported by ICR. And equal number is by the state government. So all these ELs, experiential learning units, will be integrated. Now, what is the benefit of integration? Suppose a student sitting in IIHR is interested in, say, knowing more about seed production or some other kind of thing. But their facility of experiential learning is not the best for the seed production. It may be the best in, say, PAU, Ludhiana. So there should be a database where a student can register for any EL and he can go there and can learn from the best of the best ELs. If a person sitting in PAU or, say, Gadbasu, for that example, he doesn't have the facility for, say, milk processing. So Anand Agriculture University in Anand has the best milk processing plant. So they can be deputed to that university. So every university is asking for every facility. That need not to be there. We have to have a network of these facilities so that the students, and that is what the purpose of this national education policy also is. There has to be multidisciplinarity. If a student, even sitting in, say, horticulture. Now, after this Vice Chancellor conference, I'm going to call a meeting of all the Vice Chancellors of the private universities also. Already I have sought the permission. We want to take along the private universities also with us. Like you may be knowing, recently, the lovely professional university in Ludhiana. Okay. They have very good facilities for the sports. Half of our hockey players who have won this medal in this Olympics, 6 players, they were from the lovely professional university. The Neeraj, who has won the Olympic gold, he is from lovely professional university. So now, does it mean that ICR should invest in all the agriculture universities to create the same facility of the Olympic standard swimming pool, of the Olympic standard hockey playgrounds? No, we cannot invest. So let us have a network, even with the private, so that if they want to use some scientific facilities in our universities, they should be allowed. If we want to use their facilities, they should be allowed. So this, and even I want to break the barriers between the traditional universities and the agriculture universities. How to break this barrier? Already yesterday, I have sought a MOU from the Association of Indian Universities. And we want to just have a visit of traditional university students, at least for 3 to 6 days, to the agriculture universities. So a student is say, in the IIT. Okay. Now, if he goes to the agriculture university and if he's physically seeing how the rice is planted, how it is harvested, how the different seed processing takes place. So maybe they get the interest in developing some machine, in developing some collaborative projects with the agriculture universities, and then there is a close collaboration with the traditional universities of the agriculture universities. So until unless you come out of your own area and go global, I think we cannot progress, and we have to take a lot of steps to achieve the goals of the national education policy. One key point which we are going to implement immediately, rather we have implemented from this year itself, we are asking all the universities to increase at least 10% of the seats every year. Then only we can increase the gross enrollment ratio. And then we are relaxing, like your IITs, like your other medical colleges or other places. Now we are not making the residential requirement as compulsory in the agriculture universities. We want to relax it. So if you have got a capacity of 100 students for providing hostels. So that is what is restricting our universities not to admit more than 100 students. Though you have the facilities, we have a lot of land, lot of facilities in the laboratories, sitting space, everything is there, but we don't have the hostel. So why that should be a restriction? So now we are allowing that, okay, you can go ahead, you can have your own residential requirement in any rented house. University can have some arrangements for this paying guest or something of that sort. So like that, we have to really think out of box, and we have to come out. We are also thinking that how best we can have one resource manager instead of, in addition to the research manager, like every university has director of research. Why we should not have the director of resource management? Why the young persons of say age group of 28, 30 years, they should not be appointed as the director of resource management? Why? Because until unless your university becomes self-sufficient in their resources, they have a lot of resources which are lying unutilized. You have a lot of land you are not making at all use of. So why you are not generating your own resources? You generate your own resources, be financially independent, then you can be independent in taking the decisions also. If you do not take the funds from either central government or the state government, you can have your own full autonomy. And that way we can really see that our students can get the best of the best knowledge, best of the best studying platform. And we are also promoting now through this, and already I have given consultancies to 2 firms, and they are very popular consultancies, like consulting firms. PwC, already and then Ernst & Young. We want to have a study that where are the gaps, that why our universities cannot become the global university, how our universities cannot go for the QS ranking. So what are the gaps where they need to be supported? So for making a study, making a gap analysis, and to begin with, we are taking IARI as a case to make as a global university. Already we have fixed a meeting with the Honorable Agriculture Minister on 22nd of this month, where we are going to present what are the requirements for the global university. And slowly we are going to take up some more universities. To convert one university to a standard of global university will require around investment of around 2,000 crores. But that we are thinking how best we can make available that resource and can go ahead. But first we should know our weaknesses, where we stand. So that's what now doing. The second consultancy, which already has started working, is now we want to assess for the next 20 years, what is the human resource requirement in different sectors, in research, in industry, if you say in insecticide, pesticide, fertilizer, in animal science. So what is exactly required using these statistical models for the next 20 years? And so that we can ask the university, we should not blindly keep on increasing the seats, or we should not blindly say that, oh, okay, in horticulture, I need so many graduates. We should have some scientific basis, some assessment and some real predictions for the next 20 years, so that accordingly we can go ahead slowly and say every year in different disciplines, this is my requirement. And similarly, we are going to have an interface meeting now with the industry also, and we want to have a assessment that what kind of students are required by the industry, whether some courses are lacking in our course curriculum, so what topics they want to be taught so that students are ready for immediate absorption in the industry. Otherwise, I get a complaint from the universities, from the industry, that the students lack a lot of information, and they have to be trained at least for 1 year in different industries before they start delivering the things. So that's what now we have started thinking. And the finest example, you can see one of our own students. I don't know whether you have attended a lecture or not, Dr. Krishna Ella. I organized one lecture under this 75 lecture series. So he's a graduate of our own agriculture university system. And you see now how popular he is in the entire world by producing this vaccine, Covaxin, and by establishing Bharat Biotech. So that kind of vision we require from all these students. You should never think, I request all these students, never think that because of certain resources you are not able to grow. If you have a commitment, you can grow up to any stage. You can start any entrepreneur, you can rise up to any level. It is your commitment. You just try how best you can collaborate with NABARD, how best you can collaborate with the Ministry of Commerce, how you can register your company. So all that thing now we want to make you learn while you are studying. We want to give you all kind of platforms. Have every opportunity, whatever you want to. Don't think that, okay, I have to just get a government job or I have to just do this thing. There are ample opportunities. Now I'm being questioned by many persons that your most of the agriculture graduates, they are shifting towards the bureaucratic jobs. They are shifting towards some other jobs. They are not interested in the agriculture jobs. And I always reply that you see the reverse trend also. I was member of a jury in the Ministry of Commerce to select the best startup in the last 2 years. And out of the 400 applications which we could see shortlist, you will be surprised to know that 90% of the persons, they were non-agriculture graduates. So somebody is studying in Michigan or doing job in Michigan, and he's an IIT graduate in electronics, but they are doing now organic farming. They are involved in the value chains. They are doing a lot of application of that in agriculture field, market intelligence, this, that, a lot of things. So you see the others who are not by training in the agriculture, they are also now getting interest in the agriculture. So you cannot restrict anybody. You cannot say that a person who is trained in economics, he cannot be IAS, he can be anywhere. But others also are coming back to our agriculture. Agriculture is becoming now so popular, and everybody has seen its importance during the COVID period. How self-sufficient we were in everything, whether it's a meat, egg, or your cereals, or your milk, nothing we were dependent on any other country or any kind of import. So that is the kind of strength we have got, this country has got. And how it has got, it is just because of a strong network of your 120 ICR institutes, your 74 agriculture universities, your 722 KVKs, and this complete NARS system. And that is so vibrant. When everybody was sitting at home during the first lockdown, it was daily the ICR headquarters was having a meeting with all KVKs, because that was the time of harvest, that those crops should not be spoiled. If the farmer also is sitting at home in the lockdown, then nothing could have been available to us to eat, or we could not have got this milk. So how that network was working, by labor was not there. So by making the machinery available, if the labor is not there, making the optimal use of the machinery. So every kind of thing. So this system is so vibrant. So I welcome all of you, all the students. Now you are going to become part of this National Agricultural Research System. Rather, I can say National Agricultural Research, Education and Extension System, which we say NARI. So you are going to become a part of the NARI now, and you are going to become a very strong partner in this, and that is the strength of our agriculture education system. And I told Ministry of Education, also the Secretary of Higher Education, that sir, the agriculture education can never be compared with the traditional education. And you must understand, and they were surprised to know our strength. I told that this is based on the land grant pattern, where the very basis, the Pantnagar University was the first university to be launched in 1960s. So the very basis of our university is that they are built up on these three systems: the education, research, and extension. No university, if you want to take extension out of the university, if you want to take research out of the university, and if you want to have only the focus on the teachings or the education purpose, you will never succeed. Then only the students can learn. And that is the beauty of the system. I think I have taken more time. So but I just wanted to just apprise you. There are a lot of things you will come to know more on 28th. What are the different measures we are going to take to make system adopt the provisions which are announced by government through this national education policy, and how best we can reorient our whole system so that we can give the maximum benefit to the students, how we can take advantage of multiple entry, multiple exit, how we can take advantage of this academic bank of credit. And yesterday also I had a meeting in the Ministry of Education where I just briefed them what are the measures we are going to take. And a lot of other things we are also going to now adopt. We are going to have the intensive programs in PG programs also. And in the PG programs and PhD also, we may have one of your guide or one of your advisory committee member can be from the industry now. So that you can, the industry person can give you the real-time problems and you also can interact with them. So that also now we are allowing, already we have got it approved. Many things are there, which now we may adopt and which we may ask universities to implement immediately. So thank you once again, Dr. Anita, and I wish all the students a very good luck and a very good future, and keep doing such good programs which are in tune with the student ready program of the ICR. You know all what is the ready program, Rural Entrepreneurship Development Yojana, Rural Entrepreneurship Awareness Development Yojana, which was launched by none other than the Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, whose birthday is today. So it's a very very good day you have chosen. Yeah. So that student ready program, I received a comment 3 days back from the Ministry of Finance, and they just informed us on our EFC that your student ready program is one of the flagship program and it has contributed a lot for the national cause. So please make a provision to have this similar kind of program for the MSc students also.
Okay.
So that is the challenge they have given to us. So now we are working on this, and again we have a meeting on 22nd to review this entire program. So thank you very much, Dr. Anita and Dr. Muralidharan and everybody who is connected with this. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai.
Thank you so much for very informative, and you are also enlightening us about the new education policies and your industry's involvement and private universities and traditional universities. So thank you so much. So we can request
we can listen, Dr. Uma.
Dr. Uma. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Respected DDG sir, Agarwal sir, it's a very enlightening talk. After that, I'm thinking what else to talk. Respected director colleague, Dr. Anita Karun, and Head Social Sciences Division, Dr. Muralidharan, colleagues, CPCRI and students. Very, very good evening. The new changes in agriculture system, of course, what Dr. Agarwal was mentioning is very, very interesting, and ICR's face is changing, and many things are happening, and new areas of artificial intelligence, IoTs, organic production, industry collaborations, all this, it will definitely make ICR put in a new limelight. Of course, after listening to him, I am sure all the students are disappointed, thinking that why we have already finished our UG course. They must be wondering, maybe if they had started now, they would have got into all kinds of programs, especially with industry collaboration, with international collaborations. All these things would have been much more possible. This agriculture course, always people said it's a jack of all. Students coming out of after completing all agriculture subjects, they are jack of all. That means they can fit into any kind of profession, be it administrative service or banking or private sector or seed sectors. Anywhere they were fitting in so well, and they rose much faster than their own colleagues. That is the kind of empowerment these agriculture education gives to all the students. On this occasion, when Kalpa Graduate Readiness Program, students are in a way graduating after 3 months of online training program by CPCRI. One of the very important sector of agriculture, that is plantation crops and spices, which Director Dr. Anita has mentioned about. And with they also, with lot many technologies, they have probably inculcated in the students, and they have made them really empowered to get into the private sector in the days to come. One thing in this occasion, I think I really want to congratulate the director and her team in completely conceptualizing such a program and executing it successfully. Apart from this, congratulations, I also have to congratulate them for making it, for naming it and branding it. See, graduate readiness program is a programs which I think even other institutes like even NRC Banana and other institutes are also doing. They are training sort of virtual exposure program on all the technologies. So they, though it may not be a long program, they have been doing it. But I never thought, at least my institute never thought it should be as a readiness program. So naming a program, visualizing it and implementing it, it really matters a lot. I think in that way, the way CPCRI has thought about it and made it happen, for that, they really need a big applause. Okay, coconut is just a beginning. This shows ways and vistas for the whole gamut of agriculture commodities, be it agriculture, horticulture, animal husbandry, fisheries. Anything can happen like this. I also read a report that YSRHU also replicating this kind of program in Andhra Pradesh. Copying, is the best way of appreciation. So we should think this is the best way of appreciating your venture. And I am sure many more replicas of this program will continue. There is always a gap between our workforce readiness, whether it is students or whomever. We try to bring them out in the real life. There is always a gap, what their expectations and how they are prepared to face this kind of a new life when they come out of the student life. The successful students shall definitely have here from this Kalpa program will definitely have an edge over others with respect to their resume because of the exposure they already empowered with. And here I also want to say, any employer for that matter, they just don't look at your academics, not full A grades, or if you have an OGP, excellent OGPA, it not only it matters these days. Those days are gone. They look for your field experience, along with your soft skills and core values and personality value. So this kind of exposure will definitely empower you with respect to overall development and overall outlook of your personality. And that's how this program again will become a success. And that is why this program attaches a USP. It is called unique selling price for your biodata. This must have also encouraged graduates to take up entrepreneurship in coconut and other elite sectors, be it value addition or anything. In next 5 years, there is a projection that excellent job opening opportunities, be it in agribusiness, education, management, etc. They need vocation specific capabilities along with critical thinking, So I am the kind of education this agriculture universities is giving, our education, NARS educational system is offering to the students is really laudable. And this graduate readiness program has prepared the students definitely to take up new ventures. I am very, very sure about it. This has really given them confidence with respect to take this. The other one, which when Dr. Agarwal was mentioning about how to amalgamate between conventional universities and agriculture universities, I think, sir, you should also think about how to bring in engineering universities with the agricultural universities. Many a times it happens, most of the agriculture graduates, engineering graduates, what we have been looking around when we have signed many MOUs with engineering colleges. What they express is after they complete their graduation, many times even though they want to contribute to the agriculture sector, they do not know what to contribute. They do not know where to link in. That's why what we try to do is with all the engineering colleges, all our scientists and the faculty of the engineering colleges, we sit together, we have brainstorming sessions. So during those processes, we always discuss, okay, especially with respect to the crop commodity, which I'm dealing with in banana, I'll say, these are my technical problems, which me sitting here we will not be able to have any intervention. So the agriculture engineering faculty sitting there, they say, okay, this is my expertise. Say if it is artificial intelligence or computer programming or anything, they say, okay, this is my program. Let me take up this program. And that particular faculty with my scientists, they sit together. They depute students to our institute, and we work together. So instead of this whole process of they coming, we coming together and trying to think about so much, somewhere we should have how this engineering student should also be brought into the agriculture scenario and see that how their expertise can be very well used for the agriculture sector. What do you say? There is always there is an increasing complexity of be it the technologies or technology-oriented careers. The educators and the institutions, we have to understand what is the needs of the today's workforce, especially now we say the students when we go out, and relative readiness among the agri graduates is what is required. That's why I know one of your programs which you said where you want to link it with the industry or have a mentor from the industry will definitely add value to the program or value to the research. That way I really appreciate for the kind of vibrancy you have brought in after you taken over. I really appreciate. I'm sure it is going to go in a long way, and even the students, NAR students, will be benefited in the long run. The needs of the agriculture graduates, their preparedness, and into the when their career shaping, I think CPCRI has really understood what is needed, and the efforts taken has been excellent. And I have seen their course curricula, whatever they wanted to cover during the 3 months, it has been very excellently planned course curricula, and my special appreciations to Jai Shekhar and his team. Finally, I don't want to take long time. I appreciate the participants who completed this program successfully during this pandemic. That is very important. Our youngsters are so intelligent and so potential that they don't wait for the opportunities. Rather, they create or carve opportunities for themselves to become more successful. And this kind of preparedness programs will add value to their potential, and it makes them even more successful. From our side, the only support we can give is hand-holding. And this job has been very well done by CPCRI. That's why I congratulate the director and her team, and congratulate all the participants, and wish you all the very best in your career. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Dr. Anita and your team. And I also, with all good words, also thanks to Dr. Agarwal, who shared many of the good things what is happening in the education policy. Thank you all, and good evening.
Thank you, Uma, for your excellent mind-blowing. I mean, you also given lots of ideas how the engineering students can incorporate into our site, because I know your example on tissue culture and bioreactors and protein engineering, everything.
Thank
So
you so much.
that's a success story of your institute. So thank you once again.
Thank you so
And
much.
last vote of thanks by our Jay Shekhara, course coordinator.
Most respected DDG sir, Director NRC Banana, Director CPCRI, Head Social Sciences, colleagues and dear students. It's my proud privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this August occasion on behalf of this esteemed institution, ICAR Central Plantation Crops Research Institute. First of all, I extend our sincere thanks to the respected DDG Education, Dr. R.C. Agarwal, for his esteemed presence among us. Sir, your message will certainly serve as a source of inspiration for our graduates in their quest of knowledge. Thank you, sir, for keeping us abreast with the new initiatives under National Education Policy in Agriculture and the constructive restructuring you have envisaged. Hope for the best that everything will be meticulously done and executed. We solicit your continued support and encouragement in our future endeavors as well. With great pleasure, I profusely thank Dr. S. Uma, Director ICR NRC Banana, for her gracious presence and influencing message, and critically examined the happening in the national education policy as well, and how it can be very well gelled, amalgamated with the existing scenario. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. I express my profuse gratitude to our beloved director, Dr. Anita Karun, for her vision and commitment to work and execution, and also for her unstinted support for our activities. She is always positive with new initiative. She gives us a green signal to go ahead. Thank you very much, ma'am. The program is the brainchild of our beloved head social sciences, Dr. K. Muralidharan, who has nurtured this novel scheme and evolved it to the present shape. So I express my heartfelt thanks to you, sir, because this idea, the branding and everything, as Dr. Uma ma'am was mentioning, it's all I should blame Murali sir rather. And Dr. Neema M, coordinator, was exceptionally helpful, and I offer her big thanks. The technical aspect of this program has been single-handedly spearheaded by our Albin Sam, an exceptionally creative personality, and I place on record my sincere thanks to Albin for the same. Sincere thanks are due to our beloved scientific colleagues also from ICR CPCRI, who have consented to be the resource persons in the respective field of specialization. And thank you all. The graduating aspirants are the pillars of this program. And we are overwhelmed by the huge response from the graduating agriculture students across the country. Not only from Kerala or Tamil Nadu, we have almost from 25 universities we have participation. So we thank them all and wish them a fruitful and valuable academic times ahead here. Thank you one and all for your gracious presence and wholehearted support. Thank you.
We will, before winding up, we will have the national anthem. So please stand by.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Okay, thank you, Murali.
Okay, thank you, Agrawal.
Thank you so much.
We are
Thank
here
you.
very busy, no? So many activities.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so
Excellent.
much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Agarwal.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Allow us to leave. Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye.
yeah. All the best. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll